All right, all right. Welcome everyone. How y'all feeling? Child, they did that on that commercial though. But I'm Kia Flo, and I'm your host for tonight's bout. And I just want to give y'all a little information about what's going on. And that first thing is to welcome you to the 29th annual Southern Fried Regional Poetry Slam, the virtual edition. That's what I'm gonna do. The virtual edition. At SoFried, we believe Black Lives Matter. We support and believe in the rights of our LGBTQ community, and we believe every person should have equal access to living their best lives physically, spiritually, and artistically. We encourage you to be respectful of everyone's identity and remember that every person on this stage has equal value. At Southern Fried, we judge poems, not people. Tonight, you will see 3 teams of poets and 3 independent poets from the Southeast region and beyond competing for a chance to get onto the final stage this Saturday afternoon for the indies and Saturday night for the teams. If you are present in the Zoom bout, please make sure you mute your mics and turn your cameras off when you are not performing. Judges, we ask that your cameras remain on during the poems. This bout is attended by poets who are logging in from all around the world, so please give them your love and undivided attention. And with that being said, I do want to go ahead and have the judges for this evening turn on their cameras. All right. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Thank you so much for being in attendance. In a poetry slam, there is no music. There are no costumes or props, and each poet will be performing original work. Poems may be up to 3 minutes long, but after a 10-second grace period, the performer loses points from going over time. You may see groups of poets performing team pieces. This is normal and encouraged. We have pre-selected judges this year, and you've already seen them. They are not affiliated with the poets performing tonight, but we are excited to find out what they think. These judges are our poetry experts tonight, but feel free to use the chat to let the judges know how you feel and if you agree with them or not. You can also use reaction buttons to show support for the poem. The emojis and the hearts and the fires and all of that stuff, utilize it to your best advantage because this is what gives the poets their energy. And also, if you are joining via live stream, leave us a comment. You use your emojis, like I already said, and feel free to interact with us on social media and share with your friends. Judges, please don't let the audience sway you. With everything I told them that they can use, please do not let them sway you. You are the experts. If you like the poetry that you hear tonight, we will post their contact information so that you can purchase their merchandise. Southern Fried merchandise is also available on our website, and tickets to Final Stage can be purchased through Eventbrite. We would love to have you join us. These poets have battled and have conquered so much. And so we would love for you to be there as they duke it out for the 2021 championship. Before we get started, I heard them say, blood must be shed. Nah, there will not be any actual sacrificial lambs going on up in here, not tonight. Check us out next time. But what we will do is bring you a calibration poet. This poet is not part of the competition, but will be judged just the same. Judges, you may use this poet score as your baseline of reference for the poems you will judge during this bout, and they went over that earlier. So without further ado, and I need to go ahead and check on my little handy dandy little sacrifice. I'm assuming this is still right. Let me double check one moment.
Sierra Sacrifice is here. It's Lynette.
The sacrifice is Lynette. I was refreshing. But anyway, the sacrifice is Lynette. So I need for you all to show your love for her as she comes up to the stage. And you can go ahead and test out your mic by saying hello.
Hello, everybody.
All right, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So this poem is called Consent. Today I tried to look the demon in the eye. I grew cold and dark, and somehow I lost myself in his gaze. I could feel a burning within me. Fear entered my mind, and suddenly I lost time. I found myself covered in shame and guilt. I found myself lost in doubt. Did I do this? Did I allow this to happen to myself? I couldn't move or speak. I just laid there covered in him. I could smell my own fear mixed with his crimes. I tried to scream, but my mouth opened and no sound escaped. Then the tears welled up in my eyes and I started to cry. I knew I was being broken, torn limb from limb. I allowed myself to be someone's victim again. My throat starts to close, and as the no is lost, it is lost in my core. I should have known better. I should have trusted no one. I can never trust anyone. They all lie and take then blame. I walked into their trap because I wasn't aware of the game. Not one or two, but several have stolen from me, broken who I am. I mean, who I was. I can never be whole again. I can never be me again. It will never be me staring back at me in the mirror again. Just a damaged version of what was. Hell, I cannot remember what it feels like not to be broken. I was born this way. I'm a magnet for them, a playground where they like to play. I am the name on the bathroom wall, the one whispered behind closed doors. I am the one that had too many drinks with too form-fitting clothes. The one that asked for it, even without knowing what it was. I am her, but you just can call me raped. That's it.
All right. Y'all show some support, show some love in those chats and on live stream for Lynette. Judges, now is your time to come up with your scores. What say you? Oh, I heard those astrages mean finger snaps. I'm here for that. I feel that. All right, and those scores are coming up. Waiting on, looks like one more. Ooh, and there we go. So from lowest to high, we have a 7, a 7.2, a 7.3, a 7.5, and a 7.8. Y'all show some love for the poet, not the score. Oh, yes. And while we're waiting for the scorekeeper to give us the total, make sure you go ahead and buy those Southern Fried tickets. They are on sale on Eventbrite, and we have $25 t-shirts for sale. I actually already bought mine.
Kia Flo, can you remind the scorekeeper to put the scores in low to high?
All right, and be sure to put the scores in from low to high. And so that is a 7, a 7.2, a 7.3, 7.5, and a 7.8. 22. The score for Lynette is a 22. All right, y'all show some love. All right, and so with that being said, we are actually about to go ahead and get this started. And so our first team we're bringing up is Team A. Team A, who are you sending up?
Group piece.
Group piece. Y'all show some love for Verb Bender's group piece. Y'all, so I can hear you all, so y'all are pretty good.
Thanks for choosing 1-800-America.
Yeah, maybe you can help me.
Hola, you must have been applying for citizenship. Should have said dreamer. Thanks for choosing 1-800-America.
You have a collect call from every person in America.
Who the hell done put money on their books?
So the Central Park Five are monsters because their skin is black, but this country got pardons for Kodak.
Black, pardon me, I don't see color,
Well,
homie.
can you see how many presidents it takes to convict a police officer?
Well, was the Vatican quiet?
The footage was lost like a stimulus check.
Lost, redistributed.
But you can still find 7 reasons to fire into a man's back.
I mean, was the color of his skin a weapon? Was he black?
He was in front of his infant.
Was his infant his accomplice? Was he black?
And I hear the officer ain't even getting sentenced.
What?
I bet you about to tell me Trayvon Martin died for independence.
Oh, say, ain't he free black?
Hey,
Hang on.
man.
Thanks for choosing 1-800-America. How may I help you?
Yeah. Did you make America great again, or did you ruin what's left of it? This land is a breeding ground for white supremacists.
Who are you, Kumbaya Karen or something?
You let those MAGA fucks walk right up those Capitol building stairs, but when black and brown people peacefully protest, they're met with rubber bullets, tear gas bombs, and the rocket's red glare.
Ooh, Becky been to the barbecue.
You don't think that's the least bit racist, man? Fuck your double standard.
Double standards be your white privilege.
You know what? I'm moving to Canada. It's not like you care.
I'll transfer you.
And I'm blowing this bitch up on the
Sounds
cab.
like a capital idea. Thanks for choosing 1-800-America. How may I help you?
Yeah, maybe you can help our children. They get more invitations to funerals and graduations at wake, like dead weight, laying in wait.
What matching gift and body bags? Fashionable hashtag.
Man, you talk a lot of junk, but stay silent when blacks get killed by trigger-happy cops, even when they're compliant.
Shaniqua with the neck roll. A holy corpse is a black's roll.
Man, I should roll up on you.
Ooh.
I bet you still think kneeling is about the flag and not about these brown babies getting turned.
Look
into
it, lady.
hashtags.
Last week I checked, everybody's life mattered.
Man, you sound just like these racist, watered-down
Bitch,
politicians.
this line has never listened to the 3/5 of your voice. If you think this is an injustice, say Flint. Thanks for choosing 1-800-America. How may I help
Are you gonna listen to me?
Oh, como se llama? Maybe, mommy.
My parents came to America fleeing from poverty and extreme, introducing me to uncertainty when I was only a kid.
You should have pressed 1 for English, sweetie.
They had me growing up believing that I could be anything I wanted to be, only to realize that without a social security number, the American dream does not apply to me.
Dijo primo uno para inglés.
I am speaking English. How do you explain to a child that knows nothing but this, that after being left in a cage, she's being shipped back to a country she's only seen on TV?
Well, it sounds like an all-expense paid vacation to me. I'll transfer you.
Are you a machine or a monster?
Know your place and stay in line. Initiating COVID response. Hands up over your mouth. We will shoot. You have to remain silent. Anything we say or do is strategically implemented to control you. Patience, you are our patience. Take the shots you are given. This is America. It's mandatory.
Thank you.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all show some love for Verb Benders. Yes, 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 yes. So, judges, what say you? I can never get through my song. Anyway, from lowest to high, we have an 8.3, an 8.5, a 9.2, a 9.8, and a 9.9. Y'all show some love for Verb Benders. Team B, who you bringing up?
Oh, you type Hassan in.
Who's unmuted? Okay, Hassan. Okay, y'all can just, I guess, type it in the chat. I don't know if you have that capability or not, to type who you have coming up next in the chat. But the score from the scorekeeper for verb benders?
27.5.
27.5. Y'all clap it up for the poets, never the score. And so we have Bull City, who is bringing up Hassan. Hassan, whenever you're ready, you go ahead and say hello and y'all show some love. All right, I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
This poem is tired. Tired of the hashtags and the comments. Tired of arguing on the internet. Tired of hearing all these poems that sound the same. This poem is tired of writing down their wrongs or wanting to write and running out of words. This poem is tired of not being heard. It's tired of yelling. It's losing its voice and it's losing its hope. This poem is tired. It's losing its hope. This poem is tired of yelling, of constantly screaming. It's tired of explaining its voice. It's tired of crying and wanting to cry and having more tears and tears in its eyes. This poem remembers the time when it was a pharaoh or elder or griot or sometimes God, or God made not to be enslaved. This poem remembers the freedom before the beatings, the rite of passage before the middle passage, the freedom before the chains, the family before the pain of seeing it ripped apart. This poem is numb. It doesn't even feel the bruises anymore. It doesn't even feel the choking or the loss. This poem suffocates while breathing. This poem is tired of having to explain its screams or its worth. It wanted to make you understand. Now it doesn't think you understand. Now it doesn't care. It never wanted your sympathy or thoughts or prayers. This poem no longer wants equality. It wants revenge, wants to eat the rich, French style, that means heads and baskets. This poem is angry. It woke up spitting fire, but not morning breath. More so scrolled through Twitter like morning paper and was forced to digest Black Death. Its first meal. This poem will go to sleep angry. If it goes to sleep at all, it hates that you get to go to sleep so peacefully. This poem wants you to know what war on your doorstep feels like. Wants to bring it to you personally, not just drop it off on the front porch, send it through the living room window and hope your daughter is sitting on this couch. Your poem wants you to, wants all your worst nightmares to come true. Wants whatever you're scared of to break into your house in the dead of night and shoot your wife. This poem hates you. Hates your mama, your daddy, and your grandma too. This poem wants to take an axe to your family tree. Wants to ask first and ask questions later. Wants to crush the fruit and salt the roots. This poem wants you to know what it feels like. To lose your sense of safety one day and never get it back. To know attack like clockwork and death like Lex Lover that keeps hitting your line uninvited. I'll let this poem sink to your level, and now it wants to follow in your footsteps. Wants to become everything you think it might be. Would rather be monster than victim. This poem would rather be oppressor than feel the pressure of your knee on its neck any longer. This poem is tired. This poem wants to follow in your footsteps. This poem is no better than you. This poem will never forgive you. I may, one day, after all my people realize their power, and all your people realize their wrongs, after everyone with love in their heart comes together to fight the hate, eat the fear, and beat the rich, and we dismantle everything it takes to burn us down, when we have won this war, when we are free, I will make sure my kids never make your kids feel like writing this poem.
All right. Y'all show some love for Hassan from Bull City Slam Team. Make sure you were giving us those loves. I don't know if you're watching on YouTube or I don't know if it's on Facebook. I've been watching it on YouTube. And so it's been lit there. Like I haven't open right now, but I can't be there right now because I'm here with you all. But judges, you know, I'm just running my mouth. What say you? All right. So from low to high, we have a 6.5. Y'all let them know how y'all feel about these scores too, okay? Y'all let them know in the chat how y'all feel. We have a 6.5, we have a 7.9, we have a 7.9, we have an 8.1, and we have an 8.2. Y'all clap it up for the poet. Never the poem, well, I don't know if it's not the poem. I think you clap it up for the poem too, just not the score. That's the part, like, now if it wasn't, it ain't about the score, okay? That's the moral. So waiting on our scorekeeper to give us the lovely score for Hassan.
The score is 23.9.
All right, 23.9 is the score for Hassan.
Yeah, there was a time penalty.
Oh, so scorekeeper, we got to do some.
So it was a 23.9. However,
and y'all boo the time penalty. Well, you know what? This is the internet. The internet don't care about time.
There was a 1 point time penalty, and it is a 22.9.
I'm finna turn this computer off. Y'all boo the time. This is supposed to be Wi-Fi. There is no time, but either way, we appreciate Hassan for showing us love and giving us the great work, whatever. Time don't know anything, but we like to move right on along. Let's see here. I think we got one more team for this round. Team C, who are you sending up? Time is a construct. I concur. You rat bastard. Rat bastard. Did they say it? Did I? Who was it? Writers Den? Are you there?
We're calling up Roscoe.
All right then. Y'all show some love for Roscoe. I guess that was you. So we're gonna assume you're good to go. So go ahead.
I kiss my son on the forehead, on the cheek. Okay, so he's a baby right now, but I'm gonna kiss him the first time he pees in a fire all by himself. At 6, I'm gonna kiss his scrape knee when a bike ride becomes a bull ride. He'll get a peck atop of his head every day before school. Yo, when the first person he puppy loves dog sound, when a flood breaks from his eyes, I will kiss him dry. At 17, I'm gonna kiss him before prom and tell him he's gorgeous. At 18, give him a smooch right before he graduates. I kiss my son because, well, honestly, it's because kids are always kind of embarrassed when their parents kiss them, and I just love embarrassing my children. I kiss my son because I kiss my daughter, but that's not a poem. Because we're expected to kiss daughters. Cradle, coddle, give them all the affection, but not our son. No, we punch our sons in the shoulder, in the chest, or you man up, you go hard, you be a stone, a wall, but not like Stonewall Rebellion 1969, because that will be gay. And you know how fathers be so scared for their sons to be gay, to be anything different than their assumptions, because we are lied to. Because we are lied to and told that gay means sensitive, but sensitive means soft, but that soft means feminine, but that feminine means weak. Fathers are expected to chisel their sons into gargoyles, these sculptured monsters, and make concrete of their sexuality, their personality, leave their emotions a fluid, forgotten center. I kiss my son because my mother couldn't kiss me, because my mom had to be a dad. I kiss my son because my dad was never around to kiss me or hold me or tell me I'm beautiful, not that he would have anyway. He comes from a time where manliness gets cut from affection and patriarchy has always pulled the strings, making men these hyper-masculine marionettes who ball to their fists and grab their crotch and try to puppeteer women. Masculinity, so fragile, but held in the hands of men who only crush and violate, but not my son. He will not grow up in that crater of manhood I am still climbing out of, where the threat of emasculation is an earthquake looming around every shaky compliment, where even a hug is a tremor, where I love you is a fault line dividing men, where fathers won't even embrace their son's cheek for fear of cracking his face like crust where the male ego gets built like a castle, but could crumble, y'all, with just a kiss.
Okay. Okay. Y'all show some love for Roscoe from the Writers' Den. Judges, what say you? All right, so it looks. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought I saw 6 scores up there. Y'all screws me. So from lowest to high, we have a 9.0 or a 9. No, excuse me, a 8.6. My bad. A 9, a 9.6, a 9.8, and a 9.9. Y'all show some love for Roscoe with the Writers' Den. Clap it up for the poet. And as we wait for that score, I believe our first indie of the night is Ed Mabry. Go ahead with the score.
The score is 28.4.
28.4. Y'all clap it up for the poet, not the score. All right. So like I said, we're about to go into our first indie of the night. It is going to be Ed Mabry. So I need for y'all to show some love in the chats, in your hearts and all of that such. And Ed, if you're there, if you can test the mic.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, now go ahead.
Good evening. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight for this stage reading. Now, you all look so beautiful. Now, we think we have a win on our hands with this one. Now, for those that are new to this, a libretto is the reading of the text of an opera, including our stage direction. So without any further ado, we present to you the libretto of the opera, Death of a Black Boy. Curtains open. Sunrise on Anywhere USA. Small kitchen with mother at stove who never see her face. The black boy sits at table eating soft piano. The mother sings a song, How Lucky I Might Have a Boy Such as This. Violins giggle, cellos chuckle. The black boy sings a song, I'm gonna get us out of here one day. Enter father. Director's note, the part of father has been canceled. Replace father with empty notes from your woodwind section. Woodwind section plays the song Absence. Act 1, into mother's boyfriend. Director's note, the Lord boyfriend shall be titled Temporary, regardless of instrument backing. Boyfriend sings a song, Bitch, where's my breakfast? Why you feeding him first? I'm only helping with these kids, and like he's my child anyway. Director's note, option to replace the song with Give Me Your Car Keys. Boy leaves. Panel 1 and 2 begin walking music. Concrete be played by strings. Percussion performs song Broken Glass Everywhere. Act 2, the black boy tries to make the school alive. The black boy walks through his neighborhood. Cue homeless men, cue daytime hookers, cue drug dealers. Drug dealers sing the song I Got a Job for You. Blaring call horns by trumpet. Section 1, all instruments stop. Cue single snare drum. The black boy enters school. Lockers sing insecurity. Walls perform inferiority complex. Teachers sing overworked and underpaid. The career counselor sings, you don't live to see 20, so why discuss job opportunities? But principal sings, I've touched a child in an inappropriate manner. The students sing, you really don't care about us at all, do you? Act 3, the black boy goes home. The next section was simultaneous. Cue timpani to replace gunshots to his head by local police. Stage left, mother sings, with my son make it home today. Stage right, father sings, I'll do better tomorrow. Upstage, boyfriend sings, when did I stop caring? Homeless man sings, I have to live around here. Hooker sings, said he won't see my babies. Drug dealer sings, if you don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck. Apartment builder sings, don't make my brown eyes blue. Cue police officer, cue nearby vigilante, cue stand your ground. Black boy sing the song, wallet on the ground, sun in the sky, bullet in my back. Cell phone in my hand, bullet in the face. Skittles in my hand, iced tea in my blood. Just sweet in my hand, college bound in the wind. And there's your police officer singing Bad Moon Rising. And the Fox News singing, pleased to meet you, hope you guess my name. Cue 1,000 bullets singing, dead men can't be witnesses. Keep snare at upright button bow, off key piano, cymbals crash harder and stop. Violins and cellos hum of a million bees whispering. Single streetlight center stage on black boy. Sopranos sing and the blood came a trembling down. Cue Michelle and Barack. Tenors sing too much, too little, too late. Light fades to black on black boy's moon sings change gon' come. The end. Director's note. If we do this right, we could bring this opera back every week around the country and they won't even notice. Please tell the producers we have found a hit to cover all this blood on our hands.
Y'all show some love for Ed Mabry. Man, let me tell you about this poetry. This poetry have people doing some stuff. And I'm just talking judges, but you can go ahead and start putting your comments in there. But this poetry have people doing some stuff. I saw on Facebook today, somebody got their stuff set up on a cat play set. Is some, you know, the thing that the cats play on and stuff. And they had a Photoshop Bible and some mail to level it out. Man, these people are out here to get this poetry to you all. They are giving you some stuff. So we have all 5 of the scores. So from lowest to high, we have a 9.4, 9.8, 9.8, 9.9, and a 10. They go along with the virtual. A 10, which gives us a score of, scorekeeper.
The score is 29.5.
29.5.
Yes.
Y'all show some love. Okay, see, it's the echo. But anyway, y'all check out Echo Park. Listen, we're about to get into the second round. Echo Park website, Southern Fried. I was about to say Facebook. No, not Facebook. Southern Fried's website. If you want to join the festivities afterwards, there is an open mic going on tonight. I'm not sure if I have the okay to promote it or not, but you may see me there. So check it out. And we're about to get this second round started off just right. We got the Writers' Den coming up, waiting for them to, let's see.
It's Bull City is the next team.
Oh, I'm the one that's down too far. Screws me. It's me. It's me. That's why I'm like, why is Bull City telling us? Okay, then they on point. I'm not. So y'all show some love for Tamia. Oh, I know it. My first name is Takia, so I already know. Y'all show some love for Tamia. Tamia, if you go ahead and test the mic. Go ahead.
Hello. I have got 1,000 secrets, most of which I keep quiet, half of which aren't even about me, but I carry them. So they won't have to, so you won't have to see. My body has been the happiest place on earth for everyone except for me. So I've decided to shut the amusement park down. Its security always seemed to be on break anyway. I have been cornered several times and I screamed, and then I kept screaming and no one ever seemed to hear me. I like to believe the guests all succumb to bystander effects. No one stepped in to rescue me because they believe the next person with the ticket would. Now I'm left wondering, who do I turn to when I am seeking protection? Men have tried to kill me. Women will cover up their mess, and just the idea of it all destroys any understanding I thought I had about how the world operates. I no longer find any humor in a man telling me he's going to beat up my vagina. Too many men already did that. They loved it to death. They forced me to death. There are men walking around whose presence I feel like Grim Reapers, but I still don't tell nobody or make that call because 911 will always feel like a death sentence. What makes a man look at you and decide that a part of you deserves to die? My body holds what could be their case files, yet I am afraid to report them as abusers because it could be their death sentence. But if I don't start saying something to somebody, it could be my final death sentence. A black man was my murderer, and I still don't tell nobody, so no one will come kill him and then me by association. Now, of every 1,000 sexual assault cases, 995 perpetrators will walk free. And I'll be lying if I said that a conviction would even satisfy the desire that I have to see a couple niggas 6 feet under, so I drag around this coffin so they won't have to be inside of one. So some innocent little girl will have to find out who her daddy really is. I don't want to be the one to have to tell her he is no superhero. He may carry her on his shoulders often, but he burdened mine. He ruined my posture. I don't sit up so straight anymore. He broke that proudness right along with my back. I carry him. He is my secret. I keep him quiet. Sometimes I feel like I had a hand in the next woman he made quiet. And sometimes I want to blame the woman before me for all of my secrets, but she was just trying to survive just like me. She carries him on her back just like me. She got her own secrets to worry about just like me. Now I have one less. Thank you.
Man, my computer ain't froze. Y'all show some love for Tamia from Bull City. Okay, judges already. They already throwing them up there. I ain't get a chance to say the first sentence, except for that one judge. It's always that one judge. Who it is? Oh, shucks. They want. Okay, then I feel you on that one. So from lowest to high, we have a 9.1. We have a 9.6. We have a 9.8. We have a 9.8. And we have a 10. Y'all got to see my neck roll. A 10. Okay, then. Y'all show some love again for Tamia from Bull City. We waiting on that score. We waiting on that score.
The score is 29.2.
29.2. Y'all clap it up for the poet, the poem, and not the score. All right, then. So we're going to take a ride on over to the writers then. Who y'all sending up? Oh, Sherry Purpose Hall. Y'all show some love. All right, then I could see you on. Let me test your mic.
Hello.
All right, we hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
If you've never loved an emotionally unavailable person, I mean, have you even loved? Really? Have you ever? You old, normal, non-abusive love. People ain't got my love. My love is Sunday morning. I'm not tired yet. Lifted hands of praise with hellfire and brimstone in return. Timex, timeless, takes a licking and keeps on ticking. My love is ever present. Like God, exhausting because I am not God, but this emotionally unavailable person wants me to be everywhere, all things, all at once, wants me to stretch and stretch to see how far I can stretch and not break, wants me to reach and reach without reaping the reward of being in touch. Do you even love if you only love people who never hurt you? Vow to never hurt you again and actually keep promises. Do you even love if your self-worth hasn't been crumbled and you struggling trying to put it together without trauma bonding? Do you even love if you don't know whether you are holding on to your self-image or broken promises? If you're not able to cut a steak with your serrated heart, your hardened heart has broken enough to become the tool of change in another. Your heart is metamorphic and after being mine becomes the marble floor they walk all over. And they just want you to clear the slate like automatically, like you ain't been pressed under fire, made to jump through hoops of fire. My love language is daredevil, obstacle course, jungle, survival of the fittest, but I ain't fit enough for this. I told myself never again, but I'm still here. Said that I was leaving after the last time my heart was bombed, raided, but my love is roaches. Getting stomped out and still getting pregnant. My love is roaches, scattering at the light, retreating to the darkness. My love is roaches, flamed up and smoked down till ash and disintegrated, leaving my lover high and me depleted. My love is started from the bottom, and now it's still a bottom. But here you oh, in love, loving love, in love with love, lovers are, and here I am questioning me and it and myself in it, and maybe y'all don't know how to love. Or maybe I don't know what love is, and maybe we're not very different, or maybe we are very different. Because I fully know what my love is, and you know what real love isn't.
Child, I don't know what they doing to me over here today. But it ain't about me. It's about these poems. Y'all show some love for, I hope I'm saying Sherry or Cherie, Sherry Purpose Hall. I think Cherie would be 2 R's. I know. Waiting for 2 more judges to give us our score. I think they may still be stuck in their head. Like, I don't even know what to put. I'm up in here like, God, dog, I know. That's what poetry would do to you. What you thought? That's why we got 5 days. One person had to write out the team name, her name, and the score, just so it was not confused. We got all 5 of them though. So from lowest to high, we have a 9.3. We have a 9.6. We have a 9.7. We have a 9.8. And we have a 10. That's how she did Craig. You know what I'm saying? When he was going to ask her for $200, you put her back. Anyway, okay. We have a 10. Y'all show some love. All right, scorekeeper. See, I just be giving you time to come up with the score for us.
The score is 29.1.
Oh, 29.1. Y'all clap it up for the poet. I know that's right. Okay. So to end out this round, well, not this round of teams, because we still have an indie coming up. We have verb benders coming up. And verb benders, who are you sending? Cassandra is free. Y'all show some love for Cassandra is free. All right, I see you, and let's test the mic.
Hello.
All right, I hear you. Go ahead.
For the people who speculate and tell me I don't look like what I'm going through, I guess I'm supposed to say thank you. But pain sometimes makes it hard to speak. See, it's the chronic pain for me. Nights where I can't sleep, can't breathe, can't eat, because food always triggers it. Triggers more than people who tell me I don't look sick and so I must be okay, because they just don't see what it's doing to me. See, pain isn't always tangible. You can't hold it the way it holds you, and it's not loosening its grip up, so there are days where I don't even want to get up, just want to wrap myself in a blanket, tell people what to do with their blanket statements when they state that I should be happy. It's not worse. Because the only thing worse than the pain would be not feeling anything. And there are times when it is so crippling that the thought of my life ending don't actually sound all that bad. The waking up in agony, the headaches and body aches that linger like an unwanted house guest in my body. My body, once my temple, is now crucifying me daily until I've become a living sacrifice, feeling forsaken. So when people tell me I don't look like what I'm going through, I cringe. Because they act like you can't be both beautiful and broken. It's the chronic pain for me. Tired of explaining that invisible and imaginary are not the same thing. Tired of explaining that there are good days and there are bad days. Days where I can run a marathon and days where I can't even run to my couch. And I am not okay on most days, because even when the pain doesn't hurt, my anxiety stays up to remind me that it's going to return. And so I wait for it, staring out the window like Celie looking for Mister, because this pain is like a slap in the face. So I'm waiting for signs that it's about to hit. The effect is not always visible to the naked eye. So outside looking in, I'm healthy. But if you could see how this pain turns me inside out, you wouldn't mistake my cries for lies. Say I'm lazy on days I need to just rest. Like, you still in bed? Yes. Because there are some times where it takes an extra hour, day, week to get me started. Don't get me started when I tell you the struggle is real. It's because it's a real struggle at times just to exist. To live with this, a chronic illness, no cure, just ways to manage it while trying to manage the damage it brings. But how do you manage when the only thing that helps chronic is chronic? Because my teaching job is zero tolerance. And if I lose it, I wouldn't have the bread and butter for the butter anyway. So please don't tell me I don't look like what I'm going through. It feels more insinuation than compliment, more accuser than optimist. I wish I was optimist so I could transform people's way of thinking and treating people with an invisible illness. They say it's supposed to make us stronger because it ain't kill us. No, what it does is weaken the spirit. And this ain't no pity party. I'm not feeling sorry for myself. No, woe is me. I just wish some things were different, like people not letting how someone looks decide if they believe their condition. So for the people who speculate and tell me I don't look like what I'm going through, excuse me if I don't say thank you.
All right. And I'm just reading a little something. Whenever you see my eye go down, I'm just reading. That's all. Because I got the screen down here. I got a whole contraption set up myself, so I know what's going on. Okay, I think that's what it says on the paper. Okay, so from low to high, we have a 6.7, a 9.3, a 9.4, a 9.6, and a 9.9. And we're waiting on the score, and we just gonna have a moment of silence.
The score is 28.3.
28.3. Y'all show some love for the poet, not the score. And with that being said, we're about to get into the second indie of the night. And I have to say that after this indie, we're going to go on a break so you can fill up your cups, empty your systems. It'll be about a 5-minute break. Please come back promptly, if you don't mind. But without further ado, our second indie of the night is Matt G. Matt G, where you at? Where you at? Right.
Testing one, testing one.
Oh,
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Testing check in. You can go ahead.
Okay then. I move opposite the right direction. My tongue spoke out good night before good morning. My ancestors knew good nights, hardly good mornings. My bloodline carries a different making. My blood might spill for my difference making. A dark drink stinging like hell's burning. A dark drink brings me life returning. Do you find your thirst quenched? Tell me, do you? Do you find your thirst quenched? Tell me, do you? See the glass half full or half empty? See the glass half empty or half full? Either cry about what's gone or see about what's left. Either cry about what's gone or see about what's all left. I move opposite the right direction. Thank you.
All right, all right. I was eating a corn chip, but it's okay. You were good though. So judges, what say you? That was Matt G. Listen, the words that I'm about to say out of my mouth right now do not come from me. They come from the computer screen down here. So from lowest to high, we have a 4.3. We have a 7. We have a 7.2. We have a 7.6. And we have an 8. Man, y'all clap it up for the poet. That man got on his computer with his web camera, with his internet for y'all. And we just waiting on that score. That's all.
The score is 21.8.
Okay, then. All right. I see you. Score is a 21.8. Y'all show some love for Matt G. So with that, like I said, we are taking a real brief with an F break. 5 minutes from right now. So that is 57. I'll see y'all. Get yourself together and come back promptly, please, so we can get it moving. Hello? Huh? Who want to unmute me? Okay. Unmute myself, because I was rapping to this beat. Send me this so I can't eat. I'ma eat it. Yeah, I'ma eat it. Okay. Y'all back? Is y'all back? And is y'all ready to win this $6,000? Oh, I guess we're not, because the beat about to start again. It is 7:59. Is everybody back? I don't know. Somebody requested that.
Your flow, check your chat.
Check my chat. I should have to check. Okay. I'm ready. Okay. Welcome back. Hopefully everybody has rested a little bit. We are halfway through. Thank you. Thank you to all of my judges. Thank you to everyone that is tuning in. Thank you to all of the poets who makes this festival possible. And thank you to all of the volunteers because they also make this festival possible. We're about to get into the second round. Before we did that, I did at least want to go ahead and plug again that we do have final stage tickets for sale. Final stage is basically a summary of all of the poetry from this weekend, but just the highlights, and those are the highlighted poets. And so they will duke it out for some cash prizes. We love cash. And also we have digital swag bags online. If you are a team, a member of a team or indie, please make sure if you haven't already gone online to do so. And then we have $25 t-shirts to support Southern Fried and its future festivals for sale online for our only $25. Also, I will be hosting the Erotic Poetry Slam tonight. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that when I got the request to do it, Lady Tess was the only person on my mind. So I'm gonna make sure I give her a dedication tonight. So if you're feeling frisky and you up late tonight, please go to, I believe it's going to be in the Echo. If not, it may be on Zoom. I think it's you could still check it out on YouTube for that. So stay up for that. It's pretty dope. And so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get the last half of this bout started. Hopefully everybody is good and energetic. And without further ado, we have Writer's Den coming up. And Writer's Den is sending up Megan Blackwood. Oh yes. Oh, also while Megan Blackwood is coming up and get her camera together, just to clarify, the erotic slam will be done via Zoom for all of the poets that will be participating, and it will stream through the Echo. So it will not be on YouTube. And I'm kind of okay with that. Anywho, so we have Megan Blackwood, if you can test your mic.
Hello.
All right, I can hear you. Go ahead.
The day the levees broke, I flooded the bathroom with an ocean of all of my too much. I prayed, think, held my breath, and did my best to forget how to swim. He found me blue, drugged me back to reassured, wrapped me in I don't understand, but I love you anyway, wiped my cheek so the children wouldn't see their mother was such a damp woman that parked me in the passenger seat. The hospital emergency room smelled like a sanitized lake. The waiting room chair transformed into this blizzard of tissues. They gave me my own box, each one a snowflake twisted and ripped between my anxious thumb and forefinger. I could hear all of their eyes whispering what kind of pain could shake the walls of a woman hard enough for her to crack. They called my name quickly, rushed me past IVs and open wounds to a room with no windows and one chair with restraints polite enough to pretend to be cushioned. When the doctor asked me what was wrong, I unhinged my jaw and 666 spiders slithered out. My secrets scrolled across each of their backs. I stammered and choked until I could no longer feel their webs in my throat. When it was over, I felt empty and ashamed. I had known them all by name. The next few days were a bedroom and a blur, my lover tiptoeing on the palms of his feet, so aware of my eggshell stability. The children transformed into church mice. I could hear them scamper faintly, ask if mommy felt better today. I lay in my sweat and matted filth until the stench seeped under the door. He bathed me in silence. Stop asking what was wrong. I screamed to hear hushed conversations. My mother, too proud to call it a breakdown, whispered episode like we could wrap this shit up in 30 minutes. And a soundtrack, I was shuffled back and forth to appointments. So many pills, so many names: Prozac, Ativan, Depakote, Xanax. My entire life shrunk into the size of a prescription bottle that I hurried into my purse before anyone could see. They labeled me postpartum, bipolar. Obvious signs of depression and diagnosis didn't make shit better. I couldn't write for weeks, couldn't speak for hours, my words numb, kindling. I was hoarding for what was sure to be the coldest winter that I've seen in a while. I don't know when this will be over. I hold my children close and I pray to a God I do not understand, that they will never understand this. And I stand every day, a tattered lighthouse battered against the waves, and I pray that tomorrow I do not crumble into the sea.
Yes, yes, yes. Y'all show some love for Ryder Sten's Megan Blackwood. I feel those ostriches in the chats. That's me, boy. Wait till things open back up. I'm sure things will open up. I haven't been out anywhere. I'm gonna let you know right now. I'll be comfortable being in the house. Y'all done started something. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. Looks like I'm waiting on one more score. One more score. One more score. You can hit me up personally and I'll tell you how to spell it. Judge 4 is in tears right now. Okay then. And now they got that's what poetry do to you. Poetry is church. Anywho, we're going to go for these scores from low to high. We have a 9.3, a 9.6, a 9.8, a 9.8, and a 10. A 10. Y'all clap it up again for Megan Blackwood. And that gives us a score of?
Score is 29.2.
29.
Hold on, Kia Flow. It was a 29.2. However, there was a time penalty.
God doggone it. I'm sick of this. I am sick of this.
It was a minute. Oh, sorry. It was 1.5 point time penalty. So it was a 27.7.
I'm sick of this. I'm finna go. I done sat up here and put this makeup on. You telling me it's a time penalty? Boo the time, everyone. We boo the time. That is universal. We boo the time. Because, yes, you rat bastard. You ruined it for everyone, but it was well worth it. That's the only solace we have, that it was well worth it time. Thank you so much. Anyway, so Y'all clap it up for the poet. And so we're going to go on around and bend the cone of the verb benders. Verb benders, who are you sending up? Oh, we are sending up Jenna Mae. Jenna Mae, let me make sure you're good and sound check. All right, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Train up a child in the way they should. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. My sweet tooth is starving in the candy-crusted orchard of apple box. Hats tall to y'all, parents. Thank you for creating such a bittersweet self-esteem until it tastes like a delicacy, until the insecurities is the itch in my stomach scratching my back, until Big Bad claws little red goodies out of a picnic basket, the sweetest forbidden fruit. Have you ever forced squeezed sipped innocence like a cup of juice? It's refreshing, deception all in the misdirection. My intention is their attention. Your absence is the action complimenting my mission, like me tasting a sauced Sally Walker with hands fixed on her hips. She tip drill twerking like swipe her. No known swiper, no. To prevent you say me tasting a spoonful of sugar makes me sick. How? You tempt with private moments you shared. It's public, I heard the way her premature mouth tasted cussing. I got 3 heart emojis, weak as a bitch smiley face, comment from her older cousin. Girl, what we gonna do with you? So many likes, loves, shares. I assume you must think it's cutesy. I'm just a pokey man trying to catch a peek at you. Make me so happy every time I see you. Mentalities like these been passed down through generation like secrecy, like recipes. Their cakes be so tasty. The conversation be like, hey, little Swiss miss, ain't your mammy little Debbie? Sugar, well, you just as sweet as syrup. Hurry up, come on, give us a hug, baby. Let me show you how us loves babies. And since nobody's been watching, I can take my time, train their torsos, melt in mouthfuls they just taste so good. I just want to devour them like M&Ms. I'm not that creepy candy man riding around in a van. No, I'm your uncle, cousin, brother, mama's new man. Thank you for trusting them babies around a nice guy like me. I mean, gift wrap in a bow present under my tree. My sweet tooth is starving in the candy-crusted orchard of apple bottoms, and you've got them just ripe for the picking.
All right. All right. My face just stuck because I was up there just looking like, dog. Anyway. Hey, y'all. What judges? Judges. Judges. You know, my face is still just stuck from it. Okay, y'all show some love from Jenna Mae from Bird Benders. We're just waiting on 2 more scores. All right, y'all. So from lowest to high, we have a 7.8, 9.1, 9.9, a 10, and a 10. Oh, that also made me think of SpongeBob, Bring It Around Town. A 10, bring it around town. Y'all show some love for the poet and the poem, not the score. One time, verb benders. All right, so ending off the third round, and we got one more round to go, and I'm gonna let y'all go on about y'all business naive. Shut up, little Scrappy. We got Main Man from Bull City. Y'all show some love. Let me make sure he sound good, but while we making sure that's going on, y'all do y'all part by showing love in the chats. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I ain't even give y'all the score. I was just so ready, like that thing just took me off my kilter real quick, you know. But scorekeeper, I'm sorry, you got a job. What's the score?
The score is 29 point.
I'm sorry.
29.
29 even. Okay. Y'all clap it up for the poet. The score. All right, so let me hear you. Make sure everybody is muted except for Bull City and Main Man. All right, so I can hear you. Go ahead.
A black man walks into a bar and says, I ain't no joke, like Dick Gregory. Even if he is a stand-up guy, he is considered more comedian than man. The audience is a tough crowd, always watching and waiting to heckle, to roast a black man for barbecuing, for jogging in his neighborhood, or watching a sitcom in his own living room. And oh yeah, it is all a setup, pun intended. When the police at his door, that is considered a knock-knock joke. Stop resisting is their favorite catchphrase while they are breaking a black man's funny bones. Humorous. Body cams on to record his death. Comedy, jam, but when shit ain't funny no more, they send the Sandman in to sweep everything up under the rug like an inside joke or job or both. So is you ready to go night-night, nigga? Because unless you have Kevin's heart, black man must improv because he's always living in living color and everything he does is considered sketchy. Everything he says is a punchline or you want reparations? Huh? You's a funny motherfucker. Now you talking liberation. Man, you got us cracking up. Equal rights, privilege, money. Okay. But only one of you at a time because you know you people, your little power, you tend to act funny. So I'm gonna need you to dress the part and put on this dress, black man. Consider it new material because you are gonna be my $50 million negotiation. A little comic relief. And don't you dare think about going back to Africa and being a no-show like Chappelle, because while we are laughing all the way to the bank, we'll remind you that you ain't nothing but a circus act, a manic depressive clown in blackface separated from his family for food stamps. Even Robin Harris had baby kids, but you are on a roll, black man. Ha ha! Just like your papa, a rolling stone, the kind of Chris Rocks that you can throw in glass houses, but try to throw your weight around like Bruce, and we will throw your ass in jail, kill the Jordans right over you, and throw away the key. So you best watch your every gesture, or you will end up a court jester with more priors on your record than Richard. And if you don't believe us, the proof is in Bill Cosby's pudding. You see, because we need more Martin Lawrence's than Martin Luther's, so run tell that on a hot summer day in a sauna suit. Or we would claim you as crazy as a cat named Slickback, say he's gonna flip out like Wilson or Michael's black son. You see, because everybody's losing when the family is feuding, except for Steve Harvey, because he knows how to just be an entertainer like Cedric. Even the so-called kings of comedy be on the DL scared of these motherfuckers without Bernie. So before you tell us to kiss your black ass like Paul Mooney, you better be as sly as a red fox, because Eddie Murphy's Law clearly states that you have to laugh your ass off to keep from crying, or the joke just might be on you, Jack. I mean, black man. Ha ha.
Judges, y'all get y'all scores together. Crowd, audience, everybody in the universe that's watching this from all around the country and outside. I need y'all to show love. For Bull City's main man. Main man. They be like, you know, that's my main man right there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. That could be used so many different type of ways. People say main man for different type of ways. So y'all need to ask him, what type of main man is he? All right, do we have all 5 of them? Yes, we do. So from low to high, we got a 9. Oh no, excuse me. We have an 8, we have a 9, we have a 9.2, We have a 9.3, and we have a 9.6. Y'all clap it up for the poet, never the score. The poet and the poem. The poet and the poem go one hand, unless the poet stole the poem. Then that's a whole nother topic. We'll get into that because I know some stories. You know, poetry got some drama too. Anyway, and scorekeeper, what's the score for that? Excuse me.
The score is 27.5.
27.5. Y'all clap it up for the poet from Bull City Slam. Amen. All right. And so with that, we go into the last indie of the night. We had 3 on. This is the last one. And then we got one more round after that. Thank you for being here. Thank you, judges, so much for your time. And so with that, I ain't gonna disrespect it. We're gonna get to the next poet. Sarah Aaron is our indie poet. Oh, indie poet for the night.
Hello.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. If I put a Bergdorf's between my thighs, would you slide inside as often as you drive into the city to find your next piece of eye-catching clothing or style accessories? Would you make returns and exchanges so often they automatically part for you before you can push in to enter the revolving door, making your second home the sales floor? Don't mind me while I meticulously train the store of my pelvic floor how to properly ring you up. Fuck, wear me on your fingers like the ring you just bought. Change of thought. You are the dime piece my register mistakenly spits out when you swipe your card and the purchase comes out even. She drips in coins, believing you'd actually consider carrying cash. Let me be the exact total buried between the sewing seams of your pocketbook. I promise no matter how often you desire some change, I'll never clink or clash. When you're with me, it won't matter what color you choose to wear because what my knees see is an opening sale. There, your clothes are always 100% off. I mark the price down each time you come to town, hoping you'll head below the avenue and have some lunch at the intersection of Cherry and Midsection. This cake waits on your plate to be freshly frosted upon your arrival. It is deliciously filled with my berry icing and it will swirl in your mouth as you chew. After you do, you can go back to complete your shopping trip. Don't forget to insert your chip and grab the receipt. Don't be alarmed. The doors will continue to beep as you exit, but you have an armed guard. So please, don't wait too long before you decide to come again. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Let's see here. So while she was speaking, the spreadsheet kind of died on me. So hopefully it's okay for the scorekeeper. Y'all show some love again for Indy C. Oh Lord, I'm excuse me, because I don't have my spreadsheet. Sarah Aaron, that's the Indy Sarah Aaron. And y'all show some love for her. Thank you so much. All right. I guess it timed out on me. See, that's the thing about the internet. Anyway, so I think we have, nope. Okay. Judges, they coming up with the scores. Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in and supporting Southern Fried. It's 29th annual. This is a poetry family here who get it in every year. And we have a great time. I don't know about anybody else, but I definitely walk away feeling so recharged and so inspired. And virtual has basically shown that, hey, the shutdown don't stop no show is known as the internet work. So from lowest to high for Sarah Aaron, we have a 7.3, 7.5, 7.8, 7.9, and an 8. Show some love for Sarah Aaron while the scorekeeper.
Is the scorekeeper having trouble entering the scores because the timekeeper is having trouble entering time?
Yeah, I believe so. It had timed out on us.
Okay, so I will fill in the scores for this one, and then we will try and get them connected back to the Google Doc. Can you read them out? Oh wait, someone already is doing it? Who's doing it? It would be awesome to know who's doing it.
Are you
I
doing
am.
it? Oh, I am is doing it.
Who is?
Paola.
Oh, okay.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
All right. So Paola can be back up until we get our scorekeeper and our timekeeper back on.
All right. So it looks like the score is.
Do you want me to read the score, Sarah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the score for Sarah Aaron is 23.2.
23.2. Y'all clap it up for the poet and the poem. And so, you know, we're about to end this night off. I'm gonna miss y'all. Y'all was so beautiful, inside and out. Hopefully you enjoyed this. And if this is your first time, I feel like I'm talking to the judges more so, but also if there's some first time poets here, to the first timers, if this is your first time participating in Southern Fried in any way, hopefully you walk away feeling amped up for next year. We're waiting to see what the world is going to do. And with that, we're going to rock and roll with it. Either way, we do have at this moment an avenue of still staying in touch. And these are people who have been a part of the festival since it started back in 1993. I've been saying 1991, but 1993. And it's in the Southeast region. It's all over the place next year. We are slated to be in Louisville, Kentucky, and I cannot wait. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the last and final round. Poets, I hope you're ready with your fire. Judges, hopefully you're ready with your fire. And audience, hopefully you're ready with your fire. You know, it's just, I want more fire for this last round. We're about to kick it on now. I got an erotic slam that I got to get ready for. Lord Jesus, what these people going to say? Y'all know I done got married, so I don't, the erotica from back then, I don't know. It's gonna be fire though, I'm sure of that, because it's more fire. Anyway, let's go ahead and bring up Team A, which is Verb Benders. Verb Benders, they are bringing up a group piece, so it's a pre-recorded group piece.
Do you believe in monsters? Do you believe in monsters? Do you believe in monsters?
Do you believe in monsters?
The ones that reside on the inside.
That inject fear in your frame?
I've seen a replaying
Your most terrifying thoughts over and over again. Do you believe in monsters?
I do. It's Friday the 13th and my anxiety is on the loose. A mass murderer who won't move on.
Machete in hand.
Slashes my thoughts until my fears are bleeding. The whispers internally screaming.
Girl, we all talking about you.
Overthinking. Drowning in Camp Crystal Lake and nobody's paying attention.
Turn around.
behind you.
I'm stumbling over my panic, trying to escape this marathon in my mind.
Bitch, run. Do you believe in monsters?
I do. How do you sleep when they follow you in your dreams?
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
I can't escape nightmares of a boogeyman in the boiler room.
3, 4.
Don't fall asleep.
Paralyzed, terrorized.
Suicide. suicidal,
dying,
PTSD. It's not just from war, battling memories of a dirty red and green sweater.
Here's Freddie.
Knife strapped to his hand, fingering me for his pleasure.
I'm your boyfriend now.
Funny how the man of her dreams got her feeling. I'd rather slip my wrist into the blood stains the ceiling.
It's just a dream. It's just a dream.
Wake up!
Do you believe in monsters?
I do. Every 27 minutes I begin to break down. Fears feeding my inner clown. I float down here.
We all float down here.
Hating my reflection, darkness is all I see. Even the child inside of me.
Consumed by it.
The end written all over my tears, shape-shifting my beliefs. Every day is a struggle.
Do you want to die?
No, I want to live. My daily fight with my depression, or should I say, Pennywise.
Hi, Aladdin. Do you believe in monsters?
We do.
We're not like you think. Most got one voice playing word like recording. Tape.
Well, I have a few.
Do you want to play a game?
Slit your throat.
The voices.
The lines would bleed beautiful.
Call me crazy.
We always do.
Did y'all hear that?
Jigsaw, we ain't playing with you.
If the whispers in my head start yelling and I start doing what they tell me,
kill them all.
The voices in my head.
That's exactly what we said. Do you believe in monsters?
I do. I see it in my reflection, afraid to say his name, even when it's all I think about. This addiction has had its hooks in my hood for decades, burning its way into my veins.
It's in my veins.
And I always come back for that sweetest pain.
Bumming for that next buzz.
You seen Candyman?
I keep spotting the bees and only I can see a generational curse that spreads like disease.
You got me more that candy, man.
Always ready for another relapse.
You mean sequel?
I mean remake.
Do you believe in monsters? We do. They look like.
Dang, man. Scorekeeper, are you okay with the the sheet? Are you able to edit the sheet, Scorekeeper? Okay, so I don't think that the scorekeeper is able to update them.
Okay, we can have Paula fill them in.
Okay.
Until
All
the scorekeeper can come back.
Scorekeeper, if you can try to refresh, this is your free job until this bout is over with. So
the timekeeper is also still having issues. So just let me know if the scorekeeper is able to come back.
Okay. You're not the only one, scorekeeper. So judges, go ahead and throw out them scores for us. We got 4 of them. I say R's when necessary. FYI. Okay, then. So from low to high, we got an 8. We got a 9.3. We got a 9.5. We got a 9.8. And we got a 9.9, which gives us a score of
28.6.
28.6. Y'all clap it up for verb benders with that group piece. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we got Team B. And I just need to know who Team B bringing up for this final round. Group piece. Y'all show some love for Bull City and their group piece. Y'all go ahead and test out the mic. Let me know if you're good. Okay.
If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for a glass of milk. When you give him the milk, he's probably going to ask you for a straw.
If you give a nigga attention, it will not be long before he is trying to find out where you hide the cookies.
If you give a nigga the cookie, he will probably try to eat it until you crumble, until there is nothing left to you but crumbs. He will eat those too, and then wash it all down with a glass of milk. Ask to drink from your fountain without even knowing how to turn it on. Devour with no regard to the effect he's having on what he's consuming. Niggas love you best when you're hot, fresh. They will fool you into believing they value leftovers, then won't hesitate to make your cookie sloppy seconds, but inevitably, you will leave unsatisfied with all your chips still intact. If you give a nigga a cookie, you can be certain that he will go looking for more, will take a bite from any cookie, long as he gets some, but he will be back, because no other cookie tastes quite like yours. If you then give the nigga a second chance, he will raise you audacity. You will counter with a front of willpower, and he will still make you fold, taking your generosity as acceptance for his bullshit. He will bake you in every room of your house if you let him. And suddenly, he decides your oven is the only warm place he has to go. He might even give compliments to the chef, all while attempting to demean his creation, while equating your work to how moist your dough is, how quickly your cookie will melt in his mouth, how easily he can find the cracks in your exterior. If you give a nigga an inch, he will always expect a mile, ask you to break your back and your heart, then ask to keep one. He will take the best parts of you and try to pass it off as his own if you let him. Like mice, niggas always get ahead of themselves. A nigga sticking his hand around in your jar has less to do with the cookies inside and more to do with him knowing he has access to them. If you give a nigga attention, then he will do what niggas do best. Begin to wonder where the cookies are. He only sees you in parts anyway. But the best thing about a nigga is that you never even have to offer them the cookie. You don't have to give a nigga anything because they will have no problem taking it.
All right. All right, y'all show some love for Bull City. They had a group piece. All right now. We got these scores coming in, judges. What say you? Why they saying? What you said? Oh, okay then. I know that's right. We got one more team. And we got one more night of poetry, maybe. I don't know what tomorrow is. I just told them, use me. I am here for you. I've always wanted to volunteer with Southern Fried, far before I competed many moons ago. But this is the way you get back to poetry. You volunteer your time to poetry, all of it. Oh yeah, we got day 4 bouts tomorrow. I knew that, you know, I mean, I've been watching them on Instagram. I do, follow them on Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube. They have been streaming all of the live performance, the live bouts and such from this competition. We had the Nerd Slam. We also had the Slam Master Slam. The Slam Master Slam is all of the Slam Masters, Slam coaches of the poetry teams. They compete against one another, and I believe I don't want to speak wrong on that, but I saw that Slankston may have won, but I'm not sure. And then we had the Nerd Slam. I'm not sure the format of that necessarily, but I watched it till I went to sleep last night, and it was probably about 10 minutes in. Anyway, so we have all 5. I don't know why I think I see, excuse me. Anyway, so from lowest to high, we have an 8, a 9.2, a 9.4, a 9.5, and a 10, excuse me, a 10. Scorekeeper ready. What's the score?
28.1.
28.1. Y'all clap it up for Bull City and their group piece. So we about to get this night finished off with the Writers' Den. Writers' Den is bringing up Maybe if I scroll down. Breeze. Y'all show some love for Breeze from Writers Den. Go ahead and test your mic. We can see you.
Hello.
All right, go ahead.
When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I behaved as a child, but when I became a man, I learned to put away childish things. To my stepfather, Reginald Heck, thank you for teaching me how to be a man, showing me the ropes, how to roll with the punches. When up against the ropes, you taught me keep my chin out, keep my guard down, be open target for your cheap shot, be a heavy bag for all of your bad days. You see, apparently, when life makes a man feel unworthy of the title, you having boxing matches with my innocence was the quickest way for you to feel like a champion again. You taught me the Bible with no whisper of scripture, but made sure to write your word in all the red and bleeding left me. I remember this one time I was sleeping. I was dreaming of heaven until I was awakened by the wrath of God. In your right hand, I wept like Jesus, and you replied, shut up before I give you something to cry for. And here is the lesson found in Proverbs teaching me, a man slow to anger, bruised face, chipped tooth, and black eye later, you let me stay home from school and you brought me a honey bun. The lesson is how real men admit when they're wrong. I returned to school with my face bruised, teachers bribing me to bear it all, but I couldn't. See, around here, snitches get stitches to their shattered spirits when people come around asking too many questions. They would never understand a black parent's terrible. That what goes on in this house stays in this house, that my mother had already started calling me a traitor because I couldn't keep my broken face together long enough before our business spilled into the streets. I was told, hold it together. So I did. Clamped down into myself like a bear trap, held my tongue like a seizure victim. I smiled and said nothing, smiled through the pain caused by trying to smile. The lesson, real men don't get to show weakness. We have to hide the pain in our face behind the hurt in our hearts. When you train up a child in your toxic ways, when they get older, they were not removed from all the hurt and pain you caused, and I stayed stuck in your ways. I broke everything, fought everything, I fight everything in this ring of life with my chin tucked and my guard up. Someone hate makers at home, swinging on anything, getting too close just to make up for all the time when I couldn't fight back. You see, apparently, when a boy is taught how to be a man by a male that is not actually grown into a fucking man, the boy becomes an open scar that will never heal right. So thank you, Reggie, for teaching me what never heal right looks like, for being such a walking hemorrhage that I was able to look at you and know where to apply pressure to all the bleeding I was when I was a child. I spoke as a child, behaved as a child, but when I became a man, I got tired of my image being made in your reflection. I opened these fists and finally found there was love in these palms. I learned to put away your childish ways, the power of forgiveness. And I pray that one day you will forgive yourself enough to do the same.
All right, now that was Writers Den with Breeze, y'all. I told y'all the poetry. Listen, it's meant to touch deep down in here. And all night we have had nothing but heavy hitters. So judges, go on and put them scores up. All right. Okay. So from lowest to high, we have a 9.4. We have a 9.9. And let me get my neck together because this is the most I'm going to do this tonight. We have a 10, a 10, and a 10. Y'all show some love. What they say, pew, 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 pew. Y'all show some love for the Writers Den. Breeze. Okay, scorekeeper, what's the score?
So with a time penalty of 0.5, the score for Breeze is 29.4.
No, not the time again. Not the time. I'm done. I'm done. Y'all clap it up for the poet. Y'all clap it up for the poet, never the score. And we definitely ain't giving no time to the time. No, we ain't giving no love to the time. So while we get all of that calculated and acclimated, calibrated, I want y'all to just sit to yourselves and just think about, thank you so much, Myra. Yes, thank you to my judges who took your time out to do this. Y'all ain't getting paid for this. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know how much money you done put in somebody's pocket that they ain't have the day before that. That's all I gotta say about it. And I know about it. So just you taking your time. If we don't have judges, if everybody in the world said, nope, we ain't judging, nope, we ain't judging, we be able to have a poetry competition. I mean, I guess the poets could judge one another, but you can almost think of how that's going to turn out, you know? So thank you so much, judges, for taking the time out to help poetry. You know, you did something great if nobody else told you today. I love you.
Okay, so we do have the rankings for the team poets. I can announce them. We didn't really talk about that before, but so in the third place spot, which is pretty admirable, and a lot of work went into that, is with a score of, I have too many tabs, with a score of 107.7 is Bull City Slam Team. So please give them all the snaps and claps and cheers and hoots and hollers, as many as you can in the chat. Wave at them through the screen. In the number 2 spot, which is just as admirable, I was really glad that I got to sit in on this bout. These are 3 teams that I just absolutely adore. So with a 113.4 cumulative score is Verbinders. So please give them all the snaps and claps and hoots and hollers that you can. Wave at them through the screen, virtual hugs. And in first place, you'll never guess who it is. I'm going to leave you in suspense.
I have no clue.
It's 100 with 114.6 is the Writer's Den.
What?
Snaps, claps, hoots, and hollers.
Okay, then.
Them through the screen.
So aren't both of those 2 VA teams? VA Virginia teams? Oh, y'all just took over. Okay, then I'm here for it. I am here for it.
Thank you so much, Slam Masters. I'm going to share my screen to show you the scores, and if you could verbally sign off on them, or if you have any questions or you would like to contest anything, you may do that now. Judges, you have been absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. You may exit if you would like to judge again. Let us know. We will put you in a bout with different teams. We are looking for volunteers and judges for tomorrow because it's going to be stacked. Also, Kia, I found out that the erotic open mic list is full. So it's going to be a good time.
Y'all can't get in.
It's going to be a good time.
Now,
so y'all can watch.
So
feel the vibes.
Is the live still going to be on?
It's not going to be on YouTube.
No, it will not be on YouTube, but it will be broadcast in the Echo.
No, I'm talking about this particular live because it says we're still live. I know you said you were about to post the scores.
Yeah, okay. You want me to end the live?